Hi, welcome to my rambling. I'm honestly gonna use this YouTube video as a form of communicating with you guys on things that are on my mind a lot. If you want to be part of my rambling, feel 100% free to follow along. I honestly don't know how long these videos are going to be. However, I'm just gonna keep it real with you, and I'm gonna have my thoughts mostly unfiltered. I try to be as straightforward as possible, and I'm still working on that, and I hope that this YouTube channel will document the journey that I have over the years. I am not quite sure if I want to do lifestyle videos or even just, I think in general lifestyle and faith videos would be fun along the future, but I think I want to start off this video and this YouTube channel with the intent of just speaking my mind, simply because as I grew up, I didn't have the chance to do that, but now I do. And I'm in a different environment now. Overall, I'm in a different state of mind now, and I can definitely feel more free to speak my mind, and I hope you guys can resonate with that. So without further ado, let's talk about today's subject. The thing that you hate the most is actually the thing that you need to do. Now, for context and to preface this, let's start off with a story. And I think I will start off with a story in my videos so that I can provide some context and some relatability to these videos. So, I actually have a lot of stories in relation to this particular topic. However, the most recent one, it's very small. However, I think it's very applicable to a lot of things. So, during Valentine's Day, I was working at a flower shop, and I still do. Valentine's Day is basically the Black Friday of the floral industry. And during those days, we had vases greened, ready, and prepared for us to start the dozens of roses. They specifically pre-green them. So when I say pre-green, they use different like leafy plants or leafy greens to put in the vase so that they can provide some sort of structural stability to the dozen. Because if you only throw in the roses like that, they're not going to stand up by themselves. So they need to have greens. So, I got so used to the pre-greened vases that by the time that we had no more pre-greened vases, that we ran out of them for Valentine's Day, Valentine's week, I had to take out my own vase and green them myself. And the first 2 days that I had to green the vases myself, I actually hated it so much. And I thought it was so hard. I was like, oh my gosh, it's literally like an extra step. Like, why would I need an extra step? And I wish they always have these vases pre-greened. But in reality, the extra step was just prepared differently, specifically for Valentine's week, to save time. Because in reality, any extra step that you add is going to take a little more time. However, over time, I just kept doing it. And now it doesn't feel so bad to green them. Now, some people might, actually a lot of people, might not be able to relate to the flower shop thing specifically. But what I'm trying to say is that with more practice and with more time, you will get better at the thing that you hate. And in reality, I feel like we hate doing things in particular because we feel insecure about our ability to do them. And that's where practice comes in, and really putting yourself outside of your comfort zone. Because I put myself in my comfort zone only by using the pre-greened vases. But when I started greening my own vases, of course I hated it at first. But over time, because I did them over and over and over again, I realized that extra step is not even that hard, and it doesn't even take that much time. And in reality, it's not always going to be Valentine's Day. It's not always going to be as convenient as that time where the vases are pre-greened. While it is nice to have those vases pre-greened, you have to realize you are always going to have to take those extra steps to get the result. And the result in that particular case is the bouquet, is the floral arrangement. Now, let's apply it to real life or to another situation. For example, I can think of something that makes me very uncomfortable right now, and I wish I were better at. Having hard conversations with my parents, specifically with my dad, about boundaries and about the way that I would like to be treated. Definitely, I just hate the fact. I hate the fact that if I want to progress in my communication with him, in bettering my relationship with him, I have to take that uncomfortable, hard step. And it is okay to recognize that something is hard for you. But I feel like a lot of the time, something is hard because we still need to put in the hours and the effort for us to get good at it. And I can confidently say that I am not good at having those hard conversations, at confrontation, at placing boundaries. And while I am working at that, I just rather not. And I'd rather avoid it. And I'd rather have that convenience in saying like, oh, well, I just rather not have those hard conversations. And so I don't. And avoiding those hard conversations are just like those pre-greened vases. If you don't do it yourself, who's going to do it for you? And in reality, like, the things that we hate, the things that are really hard for us, like I said, it's not a bad thing to recognize that something is hard. Because a lot of things in life are hard, okay? Like, a lot of things. Like, waking up in the morning for me is hard sometimes. Even though I have gotten used to my new schedule of waking up at 5 in the morning so that I can get to work by 7 a.m. And I have honestly, like, this past month has been the first month that I've ever had to do that. Is wake up that early so that I could be at work by 7 a.m. or at an event by 7 a.m. It was something very foreign to me, and it was very hard for me by the second or third week. Because first of all, it was Valentine's Day week, like a midway. But also, I was just never used to it. And that's why it was so hard for me. And so yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is practice definitely makes progress. It does not make perfect because perfection is not a thing. As long as we are on this earth, perfection in us humans will never be a thing. So just keep in mind that the thing that you hate, the thing that you're avoiding, the thing that makes you uncomfortable, the thing that you know will make you grow so much, that will push you out of that comfort zone, is the one that you need to do the most. So I hope that this was some good encouragement to help gently push you into the right direction. And let me know what you guys think about these thoughts that I have down in the comments. Yeah, I really hope that out of my little talks on YouTube, that something grows out of this, like a good community grows out of this, because I don't know, I just really like talking. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I really like talking about like just like random thoughts, but also important things, things that are mostly on my mind. And yeah, and I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.